Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here, and it's time for another beer review. If you have just found us here on YouTube, then do us a favour, like, share and subscribe to this channel. It's the Hop House. We like hoppy beer, we like good house music, we're on the beer side, and we're going to do another review. Now, the majority of reviews we've done so far are on readily available stuff. So your beers that are available in supermarkets or big chain-owned stores up and down the country, so like your B&M Home Bargains, places that might have an alcohol aisle, and I just try them and taste them, see what I think, and share my opinion with you. Of course, it's all opinion based. I'm not a brewer, I don't work in the industry, but I just like beer, and I thought I'd vlog it and share it with you. So that's normally what we do on the channel, but I have done a few other beers, local breweries to where I live now. Did some Ossett Brewery stuff, which is from my original hometown of Wakefield. So I'm going to carry on now, because I like, in terms of locality, local beers and breweries, there might be some people watching in another part of the UK or even another part of the world, if I have got any international fans, that don't know about these certain breweries. So it's nice to sort of bring them to light and let you know who they are and what they do. So I went back to a local off license. I did a review on the Backyard Brew House Backyard Gold. Now that is available regionally in Morrison's, but I got it from sort of a local off license. So I popped there the other day. It's in a little high street, and I popped there and I thought, oh, I needed a few bits from so and so shop. So I thought I'd pop in, and they had some more beers in from local breweries. One of which I didn't buy today. Their selection, they were the majority of beers in this shop are 3 for £5.50. So 500ml bottle, 3 for £5.50. So yes, it's more expensive than your 4 for £6 from your Asda and your Tesco and your Morrison's, but it's local breweries bought directly from them and sold in this shop, which I think is kind of cool, because it's just a normal, Dave's Newsagents or whatever you want to call it. It's nothing particularly great, this shop. Well, I don't want to say great, but it's just a local sort of off license. But you walk in there and you think, oh, actually they've got a good selection of real ales. So they have got some big brewery stuff, some Hobgoblin and some Shepherd Neame and Ghost Ship and all that kind of stuff. But then they do have a couple of shelves of local brewery stuff. 3 for £5.50, except for the one brewery that charges 3 for £6.50. So I didn't buy any of their beers today, but I will be doing on the channel just to review them for you guys. Okay, so today's beer we're going to review is from Hobson's Brewery. So I live in Telford in Shropshire. Hobson's Brewery are Shropshire brewers, but they're based in a small town, village/town, quite a small little place at the very bottom of the county. So they're not far off the border with Worcestershire. And it's a little town called Cleobury Mortimer, or Cleobury for short. So Hobson's, they have won awards, but they are quite a more traditional brewery that do your traditional cask ales rather than anything weird and crafty. So we've bought a couple of bottles of Hobson's. We're starting off with this. So this is Hobson's Old Prickly, and it's described as Sniffly Hedge Grog. It's 4.2% ABV in a 500ml bottle. This is the newer logo from Hobson's, but it has always had a top hat on it. And as you can see, that's the top hat there. It says it's a beer to help hedgehogs from Cleobury Mortimer. So we're running why it's called Old Prickly, and why it's called Sniffly Hedge Grog. But this is their version of like a crisp pale ale. So this is one of the hoppier offerings that they do. As I say, the more traditional brewer. But I thought I'd start off with this because it's actually one of the lower ABV beers that they do as well. And I always like to start on a lower ABV and work my way up. So 4.2%, Old Prickly. It is a pale ale. Let's get it out into the glass and see what we get. I've got old Bob the Hobgoblin. He's going to be doing glassware duty today. I remember having this. First time I had this was in a pub. Whoa! Look at that. It's getting lively. First time I had this was in a pub in Ironbridge in Telford. And it was a beautiful summer day, and it was this pub. Whoa! Oh my goodness! That was very, very, very lively. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause the video right here because I just need to quickly clean this the froth off the floor. Back in 2. Sorry about that. That was a very lively beer. I was not expecting that. It's got a massive head on it and there's still a bit left in the bottle. But I'll just quickly show you the appearance. So it is very light. It's pale. Pale as in see-through. It is golden, sort of a light to medium golden sized pour with a massive frothy head on it. That shot out the bottle, that did. Crikey. It's been stood a while. I had it in a bag, obviously, when I bought it from the shop with other beers, but it's been out of the bag for ages. It was actually quite cold, so I didn't refrigerate this beer because it was at a nice temperature. But obviously it was very lively inside. If you have a look at it, it's got really, really big levels of carbonation running up the glass, and I can see bits of sediment. This could well be a bottle conditioned beer. Fair play to you Hobsons for that. Right, I'll just try and tip the last bit in. I want to see if there's any more sediment in there, you see. But I don't want that head to overpower things. Yeah, I can definitely see more sediment in there. That's cool. It's a little bit more hazier now. It was pretty see-through and crystal clear, but if I put my head there, you can't really see it, can you? So it is quite cloudy and hazy with bits of sediment in the bottle. I did not think this would be bottle conditioned. I have to say. Like that. Do like that. Right, okay. So, we'll go ahead and give it a whiff, see what... Yeah, I can see loads of sediment rolling around now. That's cool. Right, we're going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff, pick up the aroma. It's hoppy. It's sort of grassy. Like a grassy sort of weed smell. Not weed as in, you know, weed, but weed as in like in your garden weed. I think it's more a traditional sort of hopped beer, but it does smell quite hoppy. A little bit of a citrus undertone to it, but not massively citrusy, but it does smell like it could be bitter. Yeah, maybe tiny little bit of grapefruit, but I did have a rather large head on it, so whether I'm just getting that initial smell from the head, I'm not sure. Right, we'll go ahead and see what it tastes like. So bottoms up and down the old hatch. It's very pleasant. Really nice. It is hoppy, but it's not... It's hoppy, it's very nice, it's very moorish, but it's not necessarily your American citrus hops. So it's got a bitterness that rolls down the side of the tongue, and it rests at the back of the palate, which we would expect. Flavour-wise, yeah, definitely not much citrus going on there. More of a grassy weed sort of smell, which you do tend to get with some of the traditional hops. Quite limey. So there's citrus in the taste, quite limey, tad lemony. I think the malt comes through the middle of the tongue. It's not overly sweet, it's more like a tart. So again, I've said before, where you get like the aftertaste of a jam, like a tartness. Not the actual sweetness from the initial taste, the tart that it leaves in your mouth, that aftertaste. That's what you're left with at the back end with the bitterness. So the bitterness rolls down the side, this tarty, maybe a bit bready from the malt, but tart aftertaste, and then it sort of stays there. But there is a hint of lemon and lime in that as well. So maybe there is some sort of citrusy hop used. It could be a British one. It might well be that they've gone for a British hop that provides citrus notes. Sometimes Goldings can, depends which version of Goldings you use. And Olicana, does that as well, but Olicana is quite a new hop, and I think this beer's been out a while. Hobsons are quite traditional. Yeah, you can definitely see the sediment now on the bottom of the glass. You see that? See it whirring around? It's definitely bottle conditioned beer. That's really good. Yeah, I like that. As I say, the first time I had this beer, I was in a outside a pub in Ironbridge. There was like a road and the beer garden was on the opposite side, right by the River Severn, and it was a really hot day. And I have to say, it was colder than this. This is probably coming up to room temperature now, so for me I'd probably prefer it a bit more chilled than it is. Doesn't taste bad. Does not taste bad at all. But I do like my beers refrigerated and chilled. Take them out of the fridge before serving, but I do like a nice cold beer. Right, so as I say, it's called Old Prickly, it's called Sniffly Hedge Grog, and it's a beer to help hedgehogs. So, Old Prickly. Old Prickly was first brewed in 2010 to support the British Hedgehog Preservation Society. Over the years, Hobsons have donated over £46,000. It's a pale ale full of hop flavour and brewed with Columbus and Lubisky hops to give a complex flavour of floral and citrus notes. Pale, snuffly hedge grog, full of flavour and character, a little like Hobson's really. So, it uses Columbus. It's got a sea hop in it. There you go. That would probably explain the lemon and lime in it. I don't know much about the Lubinski hop. It is hoppy. It really is, but it's not blow your mouth, dry your mouth out really citrusy. But there's a tad bit there. But the bitterness on the back end is quite nice. It makes you want more. It makes this moreish. Finest ingredients. Contains wheat and barley. Old Prickly is a bottle conditioned beer. Pour carefully. Contains sediment. Store upright. Avoid direct sunlight. Serve cool. Please enjoy Hobson's responsibly. Hobsons-brewery.co.uk, and then it gives us a bit of a description on the bottom. So it says style golden ale. C is pale gold. Smell lemon, lime and floral. Taste soft, sweet and fruity. Well, I got the lemon and lime. Then I said it tasted a bit sort of grassy and weedy. But the more I'm getting the aftertaste is now a bit more citrusy. It's not citrusy, but it's quite nice. It's a bit more gentle than that. £3 for £5.50. Hobsons do sell to a number of sort of local bottle shops and things like that around the Shropshire area. I'm not sure if they're in with any big suppliers, you know, like a Beers of Europe or worldbeers.com or something like that. I'm not too sure, but decent. I should give that a thumbs up. I do like that. I don't think I'd give it more than a thumbs up. I mean, a thumbs up is a good rating. It means I'll buy it again. If you give it 2 thumbs up, it means I'm like ready to drink it on a regular basis. This I'll probably won't drink on a regular basis because it's not that easy to find. It's not that accessible, and that shouldn't really go against the beer and the quality of it, I have to say. It's good, really nice. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next review. Ciao for now, people.